Valley Talk on News Talk 1580 KGAL.
Well, very Merry Christmas to you and yours. I'm Dave Adams. We're here live in the Valley Talk studio today. Glad you, I hope you had a good holiday. And, the sun, I actually saw the sun a little bit ago, and it felt really nice. And warming up a couple degrees, and boy, it was sure nice to see the sunshine. Another Christmas present. So hopefully you had a good holiday. We had a good one at our house, and hopefully you will have a good year upcoming this year, and hopefully we will not go over the fiscal cliff. We'll keep you up to date on that with CBS News at the top of the hour. We have in our studios Alan Davis today, and Alan is a business owner of a company in Lebanon called Hollywood Studios. Alan, thank you for being with us on Valley Talk today.
Thank you, Dave.
Now, before we start with the interview, we do want to remind you about our Quiznos drawing. So you can sign up for a $10 gift certificate from Quiznos. We give that away at the end of the show today, and all you have to do to sign up is send me an email, dave@kgal.com, or call the station at 926-KGAL or 451-KGAL. That's 926-KGAL or 451-KGAL. And say you would like Taste on Us from Quiznos. And at the end of the show, we'll draw a name. That person will get a $10 gift certificate. You'll be able to use it for anything in the store, sub-sandwiches or chips or drinks or whatever. Take a buddy and have lunch today on us. Because the taste is on us from Quiznos in Albany, located right next to the former G.I. Joe Sporting Goods location and next to Novak's Restaurant. And thanks to Dale and the crew there for being a part of the Valley Talk family here at KGAL. Hollywood Studios. Now, one would think that this would be maybe a video rental place if you just looked at the name. But Hollywood Studios, the mission statement is fun for everyone.
Family fun for everyone.
Family fun for everyone. And what exactly is that? What do you do there?
We want to interact with families and physical activity and give them one spot to go. And when I grew up in Lebanon, we had the bowling alley, which is an awesome entertainment for kids and adults, and we had the skating rink, and that's now gone.
Yeah, that's sad to see.
So all ages, whole family, there's something from ages 3 and up of physical activity and enjoyment.
What kind of a physical activity do you do?
Well, one of the programs is called Gracie Jui-Jitsu, and for ages 3 to 7, we focus on fundamental games that are really positions. And from the ages 8 to 14, we take those control positions and we focus on the technique of those control positions, and then the kids still learning and having fun with a good structure behind it.
You say control positions. What are we talking about?
Now, control position, so if I'm attacked by a bigger, stronger person, a standard bully profile, then as I'm attacked, being on the bottom is where I can't be.
Mm-hmm. We demonstrated this the other day. You demonstrated this on me the other day at your studio.
Bigger, stronger person is typically wanting to grab a hold of their smaller opponent and hold them down to torment and ridicule.
Or do whatever.
At whatever age this occurs. Because we all know bullying carries in through to old folks' homes. It don't stop in life.
Or it just doesn't stop at grade school, high school, whatever. It can happen on throughout life. So Gracie Jui-Jitsu, as I understand, Jiu-Jitsu is a martial art. And it is a martial art where you use moves, not so much like karate where you're using the chops and then the blows.
Correct. Back to the positioning, Dave, is we don't encourage punching and kicking. We're more concerned about controlling our opponent to where we're on the dominant position. So back to the positions, you're teaching the child to keep that dominant position to where they don't have to take the beat down or the verbal beat down and they can get into the dominant position. From there, then they can negotiate. Now, if the bullies keep persisting, as we get into the 8 to 14-year-old range, we start showing the kids techniques that are what we call nonviolent. So they're not punching and kicking. They're using joint locks, and as they execute the joint lock, they're also talking through and negotiating with their bad guy and giving them a chance to change their way and to possibly be a little bit nicer in this world.
So, so does the negotiation consist of, be nice to me or I'll break this elbow?
Well,
is that part of the negotiation?
That's the understanding is violence is going to happen if the hardship persists.
Okay.
So that is the final straw of what we call is our rules of engagement. So as your child's going to learn techniques, they're also going to learn engagement rules, which is going to be an important conversation you're going to need to have with your child. Because a lot of children will not stand up for themselves in fear of being in trouble by their parent or their school. So with your acknowledgement of understanding the rules of engagement, and we have 5 of them, with your acknowledgement of that, it gives your child the permission to follow and take a stand against a bully. Now, the rules of engagement, rule 1, is avoid the fight at all costs. Okay?
Is one of the costs just turning around and running?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
But what's wrong with just turning around and running is a person can be persistent and the verbal attacks don't stop. Now, if you're physically attacked, we must defend ourselves. That's rule 2.
Okay. Rule
3 is if you're verbally attacked, you follow what we call the 3 T steps. 3 T steps are talk, tell, and tackle.
Okay.
If the bully harasses you confidently, ask them to leave you alone. If you tell on the bully, you notify your teachers and your parents, then you're doing one qualification step of communicating with your parents and your teachers and giving them a chance to take care of the issue. If the bully persists, even after the grown-ups have intervened, you got to take matters into your own hands or this will not stop.
Because the bully will simply wait after school on the way home from school when the teacher or the parents aren't around and say, well, part of the bullying process is they'll be, and one of the reasons I think kids don't tell is because of retribution or fear of retribution.
Yes, and with the communication with the parent and the school, then there's a liability held of being a parent and making sure your kid's safe. And there's a liability of a principal and a teacher of keeping your kids safe. I have some disappointing facts that 1 in 4 teachers see nothing wrong with bullying. They put it off as part of growing up.
Mm-hmm.
That's not an acceptable answer. Not when my child deserves that safety wherever they go.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody deserves any intimidation in life. 1 out of 10 kids drop out just from bullying. A bullying victim's twice as likely to take their own life than one that has not been. That's messed up. Tell me that it's not just part of growing up.
Right.
That's a problem. It's not part of growing up. It's a challenge. But let's find a solution. And I think we have.
So Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, do you personally favor that because it's nonviolent, but it's a way to defend yourself. Is that why you like this? How did you get involved in? It's called Gracie Jui-Jitsu, correct?
Gracie Jui-Jitsu.
Let's back up a little bit. Who started Gracie Jui-Jitsu? It wasn't Gracie. It wasn't Gracie Allen. It was a guy.
This was a guy by the name of Helio. Helio. Master Helio was 140 pounds. He did not have super strength at 140 pounds. He didn't have super athleticism, and he didn't have super flexibility. Okay? That explains Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. He based his style of jiu-jitsu, which originated in Japan, he modified every move for his style, which are those requirements: no flexibility, athleticism, or strength. Now, I have 4 daughters, and one of my duties of life is to empower each of them in all around aspects of life. So this is my ultimate equalizer, where they can defend themselves against a man, which men are typically stronger, and this is my equalizer for them.
Now, you were telling me the other day, Master, what was his gentleman's name? Helio. Master Helio, he was physically weaker, and he could not participate in the very athletic parts of martial arts. And so he stood in the background and just took notes.
He was labeled sickly as a kid.
Okay.
Okay. His brother carried on with the traditional Japanese martial art, Japanese jiu-jitsu. Well, his brother was sick one day. Now, along the way, Master Helio also went to class every day, and he sat in the corner because he wasn't allowed to participate.
Because he was sickly.
Okay? So what he did in the corner is he was watching, and he was modifying all of them, taking notes on, well, why will this not work for me? Okay? Then he altered everything so it would work. One day his brother didn't show up for school, and there was still a class that arrived. Well, Master Helio ended up teaching that class, and after that class, they liked him.
So I'm not making fun of this at all, but is this a Mr. Miyagi Karate Kid kind of thing? Wax on, wax off? In other words, what I'm trying to say here, and I'm not trying to be, a smart aleck or anything, is that he was teaching the young man in the movie how to defend himself without, attacking, but he was teaching defense.
Well, it's, to me, the difference between traditional martial arts of hitting and striking,
right,
is that's the non-violent part. You'll go to demos and you won't see any fancy knives, any cool sword demos. You won't see any breaking boards. But what grabbed me is, in 5 minutes, I was shown one move that summed up what jiu-jitsu was all about. And that one move, Dave, that I shared with you.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive.
Was awesome, because the guy I did it on was 80 pounds heavier than me and didn't have no body fat. So I was a little concerned if I was going to work out for me.
And the move that he showed me was I was pinned to a mat with Andrew here, Alan here, and on top of me, and with his fingers on my throat, and I essentially raised you up a little bit and then kicked over with my right foot and flipped us both over, where I ended up on top of you. And didn't take a lot of strength. It was just the physics of it. And it was amazing. Before I knew it, I was on top of you. Incredible move.
Pretty empowering. There's 600 moves in Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. Okay? They did 80 years of studying fights, and they found out that 36 of those moves had been used more often and with more success than all the other 600 moves combined. So the Gracies realized that the fastest way to prepare a new student for the basic thug on the street that's going to harass you or break into your home was to focus entirely on these 36 techniques.
So what do you tell a student? Let's say we're in the verbal altercation in the beginning where the bullying starts. You don't tell your students to just attack them and do the jiu-jitsu on them. First it's negotiate, first it's talk.
Yes.
Is that correct?
And that's if they're, depending on if they're verbally attacked or if they're physically attacked. First and foremost, if they're physically attacked, they have to defend themselves. That's part of the basics of any martial art that will give you the unshakable confidence that you'll need to stand up verbally. But what we build on that, Dave, is we also have a character development program. So beyond this crazy amount of confidence that your kid will obtain, each 2 months, we're going to focus on a character, whether it be citizenship, respect, health, manners, caring, responsibility, all those. At the end of every 2 months, we have a game day, and that's based off of a point system that your parents keep track of at home with their child, and the kids that end up with the most points at the end of each 2-month section, then those kids are in control of the game day and get to dictate how that game day is involved.
Now, you and I were talking about a mission statement for your business, family fun for everyone. Is Hollywood Studios, is it a workout place? Is it a place for, let's say, mother, dad, the 2 kids can come in and just work out and play dodgeball or jump ropes or work weights, or is it a martial arts studio, or is it a combination of the two?
Well, it's a whole family fitness center, Dave. And the reason I say that is because any one of the self-defense classes, any one of the children classes, your parent can take those with you free of charge. They can come in and take that class and learn what their kid is doing and understand and interact. I don't know many other opportunities like that in this world. I'm looking for them all the time with my 4 kids. 7 to 17 are their ages. So in my studio, I have something for every one of those girls. And if any one of those classes, if my wife or me want to take them with them, that is offered. And then there's also like an older teenage class, which I think that's as far as kids go, that becomes the toughest years to interact with them and find common grounds of knowledge that we can discuss and cool things in life. This is one of them. I got opportunities if you've never kickboxed, I'm a USA boxing coach. I have a good knowledge. So you come in and you're going to learn proper kicks and punches and just figure out a way to work out and have fun and include healthy activities in your life with your kids. That's pretty awesome if you could take your 16-year-old daughter and go take a kickboxing class with her and learn something.
Wow. Let your daughter learn how to beat you up.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of that, and we joke about that a little bit, but one of the demonstrations we did at your studio the other day was your daughter. How old is she?
My 7-year-old, Heidi's 7.
7-year-old, and she is 3 feet tall, too. She's short.
Yeah, she's
very
a tall
short.
3 foot, though.
She's a tall 3 foot. High side of 3 feet. But so she got this little girl, and so you said, watch this, and you attacked her, and the way that she responded was pretty impressive. It was almost like as you were trying to throw her around and so on and so forth, she would angle her weight so that she was essentially just trying to tire you out. And
yes, Dave, that's our control positions.
There were times where it was amazing to me. It was at times she didn't run away. She aggressively came towards you, but she positioned herself so that you couldn't control her. And some of the times she was swinging them in your back of your neck and just controlling her body so that she was out of your reach, but she was like a noose around your neck, kind of just, you couldn't get a hold of her, but she was swinging away from you in such a way that it was pretty fun to watch, quite frankly.
Dave, at that age, we present those at, we break those down into 10 different games, and they're animal games.
Mm-hmm.
So in that class, if one of those students figure out that I'm teaching them something, I pretty much lose. So it is all about fun and games. We learn what we call crazy horse. We learn Spider Kid.
Spider Kid was one of the ones you did.
Crocodile control.
Mm-hmm.
Tackling the giant. If a giant's going to be aggressive to you, you have no choice but to defend yourself. So you need to tackle them and control them. So we teach our kids to get to a control point, and then they can negotiate from there. And those are some of the games that the younger kids learn, and then we take those games and we learn techniques from those control point games.
We're talking to Alan Davis of Hollywood Studios, located in Lebanon. What's your phone number, Alan?
We are on 853 Main Street. My phone number is 541-990-5614.
Alrighty. More with Alan Davis on Valley Talk here on this day after Christmas when we come back in just a moment. Don't forget to sign up for Quiznos Taste on Us. You can send me an email, dave@kgal.com, or call the station at 926-KGAL or 451-KGAL and say you want to be put into the Quiznos Taste on Us drawing. We'll do it at the end of the show, and hopefully you'll win a $10 gift certificate from Quiznos. More on Valley Talk in just a moment.
Take the first step. You know you can go at least that far and quickly discover the next step is within your reach. And the next step, join the Y for free, January 1st through January 15th. It only takes one small change to make a difference. It takes 21 days to create a habit, so start today. No joining fee, January 1st through January 15th at the Mid-Valley YMCA, 3311 Pacific Boulevard, Southwest in Albany. Call now, 541-926-4488, 541-926-4488, online at ymcaalbany.org.
From now till January 7th, Lassen Toyota is helping make your holiday wishes come true. Santa's helpers have been busy repricing Lassen's cars and trucks to the right price, and you can cash in on all the holiday cheer. For example, save $2,500 off MSRP on all in-stock new 2012 Toyota Camrys. You heard right. Save $2,500 on Camry LEs, XLEs, even XLE hybrids. Plus, you can get financing at 0% for up to 60 months. If you're looking for a 4x4, Lassen Toyota can get you into a new 2012 RAV4 with your choice of $750 customer cash or 0% financing for up to 60 months. And you also get 2 years or 25,000 miles of Toyota Care included at no extra charge with any new Toyota lease or purchase. It's the most wonderful time of the year, but it only lasts between now and January 7th at Lassen Toyota, located just a quarter mile east of I-5 on Highway 20 in Albany. Special financing in lieu of rebates on approved credit through TFS. License, title, and dock fees extra. Complete details at lassenauto.com.
It's all happening in downtown Albany.
State Farm Insurance Agent Keith Sandberg invites you to get to a better state. With 26 years at State Farm, Keith knows all the discounts and will find the best solution to protect your home and autos. See Agent Keith Sandberg at the corner of 4th and Washington in downtown Albany.
You can buy outstanding cheese directly from the local cheesemaker, Ochoa's Cheese Factory. Try their American Cheese Society award-winning Oaxaca, Queso Fresco, and other fresh cheese at Ochoa's Queseria, 815 East 1st, near the railroad trestle.
The quaint little shop with inventory from the Victorian era to modern times has closed. Janet and her timeless treasures want to thank all of her customers from over the years and wish each of you a happy new year. Downtown Albany is going to miss a real treasure.
It's all happening in downtown Albany.
Deep clean, squeaky clean, that's what you want for your home and business. TM Janitors has been providing just that for years throughout the Mid-Valley. Glowing reports from Paloma, North Albany, Corvallis, Lebanon. Happy, satisfied clients. Great value, too, a fraction of the price of the national franchises. Get a quote from TM Janitors today. Mention this ad and get $50 off your initial deep cleaning. Call now, TM Janitors, 570-9711. Make a note, TM Janitors, 570-9711.
Your voice of reason in the West is Hugh Hewitt. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Smart Talk 1580.
This is Valley Talk. Hello, I'm Dave, and it is the day after Christmas. Thank you for being with us on the program today. It's Wednesday. Kind of feels like a Tuesday because we were checked out yesterday and took a Christmas holiday off with most of you. Thank you for being with us on the show today. We're talking to Alan Davis of Hollywood Studios. One of the things they do is teach young and old something called Gracie Jui-Jitsu. And I think there was a news program on this a while back talking about how to bully-proof your kids, and one of the ways you could do that is using Gracie Jui-Jitsu. But what Hollywood Studios also does, according to Alan, has developed a fitness program for the entire family, so the entire family can spend some time together, get fit, have some fun, especially if you have some younger kids. They really like kids always like to wrestle with dad. And this would be a good way to have some fun and also to teach them some defense moves in case, so when they do get bullied, they can take care of themselves. The next question I want to ask of Alan is, who should sign up for this class? Is it kids that are getting bullied now, or kids that are, prospective victims, or is just anybody?
I think it is for everybody, Dave. The age has got no boundaries on this. People think of martial arts, they think of it's going to be intense, and I'm going to have to be able to keep up with my partner immensely. What if I get somebody that's really strong? I don't want to be paired up with somebody that's more athletic than me. And it's not about that. It's about going through the range of motion. And any doctor will tell you in any rehabilitation program that rehabilitation is about range of motion. So if you have a bad back or a bad knee, granted you are going to want to get a doctor's release, but if you talk to them about it, this is no impact, very, very low. Okay, so you're going to increase your range of motion by doing any one of these techniques. So there is no age limit.
So you don't have to be a Bruce Lee or a Jackie Chan to do this?
You do not.
Okay.
And we encourage to have all body styles. So you can not be overweight, you cannot be too skinny, you cannot be too short or too tall. So you need to learn everybody's body types and see how the moves work on each of them. So we are really encouraged on that. And also just the camaraderie-ship of the classroom. People think of a gym as an egotistic spot where people are puffed up and can barely walk through the door because some of their heads are so expanded. We have no egos here. Our interest as just a student here is to invest in my partner. So we build good partners so we have a better program ourselves.
When you say build good partners, what are you talking about?
Now, every time you're going to learn a move, you're going to be having a bad guy and a good guy. The good guy's learning it, and the bad guy's going to be your partner. He's going to present a certain scenario for you so you can learn this move better, and you don't learn it without a good partner. So that is a huge focus with us. Communication and talking amongst each other and helping each other through everything. It's not just a one person, one teaching. It's if you have 10 people in your class, you have 10 people teaching because you have 10 people's interest invested.
So somebody's listening and they're having some problems with self-defense. Maybe they feel a bit exposed, if you will, for lack of a better word. Vulnerable, I guess would be a better word. But they don't have a partner to come and sign up. They can still come on down?
Yes, we provide that for you. And if you do not want a partner and you want one-on-ones, we offer one-on-ones also. Or if you would just like to learn with one person, we have two-on-ones. And the cool thing about this is, if you want to learn with a loved one, this is off the hook. How many places can you go with your wife and learn something instead of like that athleticism doesn't have a factor. Simple scenario, if you go down to play basketball, you're probably going to be able to dunk on her.
Yeah.
This is an equal level playing field for everyone in jiu-jitsu.
So a husband and wife could come down there as a team and, you know,
They could evolve as a team.
Okay.
Yes, correct.
beat each other up, so to speak. And I say that in jest, but what I'm getting at here is, so let's say you're a husband and you want to make sure your wife knows how to defend herself. You could be the aggressor in the scenario that you put together, and you could lovingly help your wife learn how to defend herself by defending against you as you're in these scenarios.
You know,
one option.
You know,
Or
a
not.
horrible fact is every 6 minutes a female's raped. As horrible as it is, it's still a fact. It needs to be dealt with. So why should we not empower the closest woman that we love to us? Because one day, certain time, I may not be able to be there, but she'll always be able to have what you two have shared. And if you shared it with her, she'll never lose it.
And you can, the cool thing about having a husband and wife do this together is the husband can increase his aggressiveness as she learns and as she gets better with the move. And so the husband would have the reassurance that his wife could defend himself, because, of course, you could also say it'd be a good chance for the wife to beat up on the husband if they're having a bad day. But seriously, the statistics are sobering.
They are. And that's a huge factor. So we've got to do something about it to empower people, and that's where I haven't pursued with my daughters in the traditional punch kick.
Now, one of the things we'll have to talk about, we're talking about self-defense and so on and so forth. Shootings, guns in schools especially. There's a lot of rhetoric in the news today about outlawing weapons and so on and so forth. Are any of these moves teachable to somebody if, let's say, somebody comes in and points a gun at you? Do you teach that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you disarm them, or?
It's a big control point.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to control them.
Okay.
So we're working on that as the kids step into the studio at 3 years old. They just don't even know it.
And you do that with fun and games.
Fun and games.
Mention some of those positions: spider kick,
Spider Kid, crocodile control,
okay,
crazy horse, which you can imagine is their favorite.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a spider swim. We have tackle the giant. These are just things that get the kids motivated and interested in fitness. They just think it's a game.
All right. We're talking with Alan Davis of Hollywood Studios in Lebanon. We're going to talk in a minute about a submission team.
Yes.
So you have together. We're going to take a break right now. We'll come back and talk to Alan. Don't forget to sign up for Quiznos Taste on Us. Send me an email, dave@kgal.com, or call the station at 926-KGAL or 451-KGAL. We, like most or many of you, are on the job today. So give us a call. We would love to give you a $10 Quiznos gift certificate. Hopefully we'll pull your name out of the hat here in about 20 minutes. So sign up. We'll try to make you a winner. This is Valley Talk. We'll continue in just a moment.
The Osgood File, sponsored in part by LiftMaster Garage Door Openers. Use your smartphone to open or close your garage door anytime from anywhere. This is Charles Osgood.
Goodness gracious, St. Ignatius. Look what they're up to at Loyola University in Chicago.
We're hoping to produce all the soap that we use on the campus. We think probably in the first couple of years we'll go up to about 30 or 40,000 gallons of biodiesel, and the soap we're going to put in buildings and see how people like it and how they use it. And we sell it now at different markets and things, but really making it sort of institutional, that you're washing your hands with your waste oil.
Aaron Dernbau's job at Loyola University is Director of Sustainability, a big job with a big future, apparently.
We're going to go into a new facility next year that's going to give us 10 times the capacity we have now.
The story after this. Where will you be when you remember you left the garage door open? Halfway to the office? Halfway around the world? Well, if you've got a LiftMaster garage door opener with MyQ technology, you've got nothing to worry about. With LiftMaster, you can use your smartphone or computer to open or close your garage door from anywhere. You can turn your house lights on or off, too.
And LiftMaster garage door openers with battery backup keep your garage door working even if the power isn't. Find a dealer near you at liftmaster.com.
And now Geico presents 30 Seconds with Maxwell the Pig.
Maxwell, you're on.
Cool. And so you just want me to read the script? You don't want me to do the wee thing? Okay, today I'm going to talk about the new Geico mobile app and how you can manage your policy and get your ID card and customize it with your favorite Geico character. But I'm not yelling wee or anything because they don't want me to, right?
Correct.
Okay, just saying it's my thing.
Everything you love about Geico, now mobile. Download the new Geico app today.
St. Ignatius of Loyola was a Spanish knight who turned in his knighthood to become something else, a hermit Catholic priest who founded the Society of Jesus, the Jesuits, who run many universities today, including Loyola of Chicago. And today, at the lab there, says manager Zach Weichman, they are working miracles still.
We can make biodiesel from waste cooking oil. We've got cooking oil in cafeterias from all the deep fryers. Why not take that oil, make biodiesel, it's a cleaner fuel, and put it in our shuttle buses?
Like Ignatius, Zach is thinking globally. Listen to how he thinks.
If I have to bring in another gallon of diesel, I've got to suck that out of the ground somewhere in the Middle East. I've got to transport it across the ocean, refine that, get it to Chicago, and then put it in my vehicle, burn it, and I've got emissions going into the atmosphere. And I've got biodiesel. I'm growing soybeans in the fields right here in Illinois. I'm crushing that. I'm using that oil once for cooking. After I've already used it for cooking, then I'm going to turn it into a fuel. I'm going to use that fuel right here in Illinois.
Ignatius lived and died in the 16th century. I see a line leading from Loyola then to Loyola of Chicago in the 21st. The Osgood File. Charles Osgood on the CBS Radio Network.
Hayden Holmes wishes you happy holidays and would like to remind you that drunk driving causes approximately 1/3 of all the traffic fatalities in the United States. Hayden Holmes knows that, ironically, drinking and driving crashes are one of the most easily preventable catastrophes. Therefore, if you plan on going out, plan a designated driver, take a cab, or just spend the night. Hayden Holmes wishes you and yours a safe and happy holiday season.
Pride. It's that simple. Now that's a motto that most everyone can relate to. It's the way Flowers & More has operated their business since 1991. Impress your special someone or decorate that special event by picking out a beautiful bouquet of roses or flower arrangement that is fresh and arranged with pride. Flowers & More is an FTD florist that ships anywhere. They deliver locally and are easy to find across from Pops at 740 Southeast Madison in Albany. Call Flowers & More, 541-928-8285. It's that simple.
A good web page is a must sales tool for today's businesses. Santiam Communications will put together an efficient, thorough web page that is right for your business. Santiam Communications knows how to bring customers to your door and your phone. Call them at 541-223-7444. Put Santiam Communications to work for you. Call them at 541-223-7444 or visit santiamcommunications.com.
The news you need, smart talk, and just enough sports. That's what you'll get from News Talk 1580, KGAL.
Valley Talk. If the Valley's talking about it, we would like to talk about it too. So if you have something you would like us to visit with on the show, maybe your organization is involved in something and you say, I wish a lot more people knew about what we were doing. Well, we would love to have you on the program. Simply send me an email at dave@kgal.com. dave@kgal.com. One of the things that we also would like to do this upcoming session of the Oregon Legislature is see if we can do some shows from Salem and talk to some of the lawmakers there about issues that they're talking about there as well, or get them on the phone, either way. But we're going to see if we can do some on-location shows here on Valley Talk. Looking forward to that. Here in the studio today, Alan Davis, Hollywood Studios, family fitness for the whole family, and also teaching self-defense with what is called Gracie Jui-Jitsu, using positions, moves, moving yourself in relation to your opponent to take control without using kicks and blows. We talked about a submission team. You're putting together a submission team. What's that about?
Yeah, so if you're let's say you're a wrestler in school and wrestling season's over, they actually have tournaments that once you learn some jiu-jitsu, you can compete in exact the same as a wrestling tournament, but it's just jiu-jitsu.
Why do they call it submission team?
Because their submissions is what is a chokehold or a joint lock.
Okay.
And when they submit, they tap out. So all the stickers that you see tap out stickers, that's because they're being submitted, and they tap out to let their partner know that they're done.
So it sounds like Hollywood Studios has everything from somebody wanting to train to be a cage fighter to somebody that's grandma's wanting to learn some self-defense moves. Is that right?
Yeah, and just increase their range of motion and add activity and something new that they've never learned before in their life.
We were mentioning, go ahead and mention the range of classes you have, yoga, conditioning, so on and so forth.
Yoga, we do an awesome class called Sleep Well Yoga, and we end up doing that after all the classes are done at night. So the studio is totally quiet, all the lights are dimmed, and we have a yoga class by candlelight. The teacher is awesome. She has tea brewing. She has little snacks for you at the end of class. Any of my guys that are, or students that are in my adult class and they're having flexibility issues, I suggest them to go into the yoga class and really increase their flexibility.
Nap time in yoga class? Do they actually sleep?
Well, my wife slept like a champ after that night. So it's really super relaxing. It just puts her in a good state of ready to go to sleep and relax. So very impressed.
So yoga, different types of yoga for different, everyone from grandma to, the 5-year-old kid?
Yes.
Okay.
All ages. Now, every program that we have is for all ages.
Cardio workout?
Yes. Super cardio workout. Perfect for students who are new to yoga or just need a refresher class, or they just like to take it easy. This class offers flowing movement at a gentle pace with detailed instruction and attention to principles of breathing and posture. Now, when one thinks of yoga, they may think that, well, I have to be this super flexible, this super strong core, and you don't. Those are the things that you're going to benefit by taking this class. That's it.
What are your prices? How much does it cost?
Yoga prices themselves?
For the membership of the program.
Now, we're running a one-time special. If you come down and sign up by the 10th of January, you pay a regular adult fee, which is $85, and you're going to get the rest of your family in any one of our classes for free. Okay, $85 for the first person, which is an adult class, and then the rest of your family is going to get in for free. So if you are interested in signing up for a full year commitment, your first person will be $50, and then 4, 3, 2, 40, 30, and 20 for the rest of the family. That's a year commitment. We call it our 5, 4, 3, 2 deal. $50 for the first, 40, 30, and 20, okay? Now, I also haven't told you about our tumbling. We have a tumbling instructor that's 2010 state champion. She is one impressive young lady, awesome with kids, and she has a tiny toes class, which is 2 to 5 years old. So moms, if you got a little one that you need something to do with while you're picking the other kids up from school, this is a perfect time. And then if your kid is 6 and up, we offer a junior tumbling class. So please come down and check out any one of our classes for free. Okay? It doesn't cost nothing to try any one of our classes.
Why did you decide to do this? How long have your business been open? Hollywood Studios.
2 months now.
2 months.
Yes.
Why Gracie Jiu-Jitsu? You have a shirt on that says Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Academy. Why Hollywood Studios? Why do you do this?
David, it's back to the whole community of there's nothing for my family themselves to go and enjoy nearby. Well, another thing that I haven't mentioned is our Friday night nuclear dodgeball. I want something for my child to be able to do Friday night. So, well, I got a sweet spot to do it. I got 1,000 square feet, a matted room. I got dodgeballs that glow in the dark. We kick off the lights. Our black lights are on. We're gonna start teams. So you're gonna come in with your own team and your own little dress and attire. So it makes it really encouraging and fun for the kids.
Do you, other than just the membership fees, now does the membership include different classes and the dodgeball and so on and so forth? What if they want to do a la carte and they just want to take specific programs? Is there a rate for those?
Yes, and we have all of our rates in our different options of family fees on Hollywood Studios on Facebook.
Okay, so just go to Hollywood Studios on Facebook and you'll find and look for the one in Lebanon. There's probably more than one Hollywood studio.
Yes, but the coolest one's in Lebanon.
There you go.
Now, as far as Gracie Jui-Jitsu in Oregon, one of the coolest things I am pretty proud of is this is the third one in Oregon that's open to the public. Now, if you come in and sign up for one of my courses in Jiu-Jitsu, you can go to any one of any other certified training center for Jiu-Jitsu in the world. If you're over in Singapore, there's one over there. Tell them you're part of our studio in Lebanon, and you can take any one of their classes for free. If you're part of this, you're part of the family. If anybody has any more further interest, they can also check out Gracie University or Gracie Academy online.
Gracie, Gracie, sorry. Gracie, and then Ju is Jiu, and then dash Jiu-Jitsu, Jitsu. That's Gracie, Jiu dash Jitsu. And Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. Alan Davis will take a break here for just a moment and come back with you and finish up the program and talk a little bit more about Hollywood Studios. This is Valley Talk. I'm Dave Adams, back in a moment.
Going out to lunch at a nice restaurant can be expensive, and the big portions put you more in the mood for a nap than a productive afternoon. Mama's Fine Italian to the rescue. The small appetite senior menu is just right. Anyone and everyone is invited to order from the Light Appetites menu for lunch from 11 to 4 p.m. with tasty entrees beginning at only $3.95. Why go hungry or go anywhere else for lunch? Eat healthy, eat light at Mama's. Closed Sunday and Monday, so make the most of Tuesday through Friday and join your friends at Mama's for lunch. Dinner only on Saturday. Mama's features charbroiled steaks every day. Make reservations for dinner or pick up a bottle of fine wine. Seating is limited, so please call for reservations. 541-451-5050. That's 451-5050. Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop on West Oak between Main and 2nd in Lebanon, across from the Big Blue Napa Auto Parts Building.
Jay Farner here from Quicken Loans. We get a lot of tweets from folks that sound just like this. Jay, I bought my home in 2007. Since then, it's gone down in value. Now I owe more on my mortgage than my home is worth. Can I refinance? The answer may very well be yes. Recently, the government announced changes that may allow folks to refinance even if their home has lost value. For example, if you owe $300,000 on your mortgage, but your home's only worth $150,000, Quicken Loans may still be able to help you. Or if your current mortgage rate is higher than 3.99%, you've got to give us a call today at 800-QUICKEN. And for 3 years in a row now, J.D. Power & Associates has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. So, if your current mortgage is higher than 3.99%, or if you owe more than your home is worth, call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN or go to QuickenLoans.com.
For J.D. Power & Associates award information, visit jdpower.com. Important terms and conditions apply. Calls for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states and MLS number 3030.
When you look out across the Willamette Valley, you'll see plenty of banking choices. Willamette Community Bank is here to give you an option that's pretty unique, like no other, in fact. Hi, this is Sue Kalina, Relationship Manager. Willamette Community Bank provides an alternative to large national and regional banks by offering customized financial services and local decision-making to benefit local people, local families, and local businesses. How many banks can say that?
Willamette Community Bank, service like no other. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This holiday season, Furniture Share and Wilson Motors want all the children of Lynn and Benton counties to be nestled in their beds. So through the end of 2012, Wilson Motors will help provide a donated bed, sheets, pillow, and blankets to a local child in need with every new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram sold. Together, we can make a difference in a child's life this holiday season. Join Wilson Motors in supporting Furniture Share's Beds for Kids program. Wilson Motors, 5th and Buchanan, Corvallis, and online at saveatwilson.com.
Get tomorrow's news tonight. John Batchelor, Sunday through Friday nights on Smart Talk 1580.
And this is Valley Talk. We're talking to Alan Davis of Hollywood Studios here in the last few minutes of the program. And family fun for everyone. What again is your address, Alan, in Lebanon?
853 Main Street.
Now again, Hollywood Studios. You don't rent videos and you don't take pictures. I guess you bring your camera and you can take pictures of people working out or whatever, but you do something else. What do you do?
We are family fun for everyone.
Which is
focusing on having activity for the whole family at one spot. You go away active and smiling.
And you want to help people get in shape, stay in shape. You have yoga, you have cardio workouts, and then you also, very important today, there is some bullying going on, and we've mentioned some statistics earlier in the show why we need to be concerned about it. And no, it's not just something that, one of the statistics that you cited, how many bullying victims end up killing themselves? What was that statistic?
They're twice as likely.
So a young man or woman who is bullied in school are twice as likely to commit suicide as if they're not bullied. So just saying that bullying is just something that everybody has to go through as they're growing up, sorry, some kids don't live past childhood that are bullied. They just check out, and that's a very, very bad choice, but some people are choosing it. So teaching kids self-defense, I think, is a great idea. It teaches them esteem. It teaches them they can take care of themselves. It flies in the face of what the bully is trying to taunt them, that they're worthless and, you're a weakling and I can beat you up. And this, I guess the word I'm looking for is empowers kids.
Dave, I need, as a parent, my duty is to empower my children and make them less of a target for all the bullies in the world. Between 4th and 8th grade, 90% are bully victims. 90%. Is it a problem? Yeah, it's a problem. Come down and see me at Lebanon. I got some solutions.
All right. Phone number again.
541-990-5614.
And your address?
853 Main Street.
And you've got to watch your daughter, if she's there, ask to see
the Heidi demonstration.
The Heidi demonstration. It's a lot of fun. You'll get a lot of laughs, and you'll say, wow, at this you're about 170 pounds heavier than your daughter.
Yeah, I'm about 200. She's about 35.
And she was able to kind of control you a little bit and tire you out, and you were going after her. Interesting moves. This is Valley Talk. I'm Dave Adams. Have a great holiday. Bye-bye.
Locally owned and operated, this is the very independent News Talk 1580 KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.